Left your door open, by the way. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's just easier with the dogs.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's up?
Oh, see, Leo's laying down. That's nice.
He usually lies down.
Well, last time I was here, my dog was here. That was fun.
Yeah. I thought you were bringing Daryl back.
No.
No?
He's at home right now. Took him for a nice long walk. He was good today.
Yeah.
He was nice.
We went to the dog park on Sunday, and it was awful.
I will never go on a weekend anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me tell you this story.
Saturday. But yeah.
To kick things off about the dog park. Daryl has his girlfriend, which is named Jamie. So Daryl, my dog.
Yeah.
And Jamie is a German Shepherd that he's known for a year now. And every time I go to the dog park, Jamie is there. And the owner, his name's Al, awesome guy. He's got this new little puppy, awesome, great people. Jamie's a little bit of a bitch.
Okay.
And we all know it. He knows it. There's not a whole lot you can do to change that. Am I too loud, by the way? I want to make sure I'm not too loud.
I turned you down.
Okay, yeah, because last time it was like booming.
Well, because I got to yell at everyone to speak into a microphone.
Not this guy. Anyway, so Jamie, so this person shows up with a dog. It was a pit bull with a muzzle on.
Yeah.
And she said, the only reason they really had the muzzles because, he can be aggressive, but for the most part, it's just a little bit more. People feel safer with the pit bull with the muzzle. So we're all there, and we're all dog owners, and all of us basically said, just take the muzzle off. It's a dog.
Yeah.
I have no issues with pit bulls whatsoever. So to take the muzzle off, all the dogs are running, including my dog. They're all running. There's like 5 dogs chasing this one pit bull. Well, the pit bull must have taken a switch. And goes after Jamie and grabs Jamie by the neck and boom, pins her down and starts, hey, Jamie, right? And my dog, Daryl, who's a pansy-ass bitch, cowers away and runs to me and goes in between my legs. Well, anyway, we separate all the dogs. We make sure Jamie's okay, and Jamie's just fine. The pit bull was just protecting himself because he got freaking like 6 dogs.
Yeah.
So none of us minded. We all got it. The owner ended up putting the muzzle back on, and a bunch of other owners came up like, is everything okay? Is everything okay? And all I imagined was, and everybody was fine, and everybody ended up running anyway. So muzzle was back on the dog. All the dogs were running. It was all good.
Do you need me to get you some water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
keep going.
Anyway, good. I'll finish the story when you're gone. All I imagined was,
I want to know the story.
If I had a pit bull, and my pit bull did that, what would I do?
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for the owner because it's not the pit bull's fault.
No.
He's being chased by 6 freaking dogs, all big dogs.
Yeah.
All the same size as my dog. And you know my dog. My dog's a big dog. So I felt so bad for this lady who was just like, I'm so sorry. And everyone was like, it's not your fault. It's not your dog's fault. It's our dog's fault.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And it's also part of its nature, right? Like
it is. That's the thing, right? You're being chased by 6 dogs. Nature kicks in with these freaking dogs. And it wasn't a vicious dog. This dog grabbed a German Shepherd by the neck. And there was not a single mark on the German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not the dog's fault at all. Go get me water.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, back. We made this joke before, though. If like Parker, our 3-pound dog, was in a pit bull, we would have a lot of problems.
You would.
He is just
small dogs have big dog complex, right? It's like short guys who have Napoleon complex.
He's an asshole. He's not in here.
No, I was gonna say, there's Leo though. Leo's the best doggy. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna just stay right here. I'm gonna adjust your camera to make sure you can see me.
Yeah, flex right here. You want to do some bicep curls before?
I usually do. Hi, Leo. Oh, it's your good puppy, doggy. So it's me and the PJ and Pal podcast. I want to say that I'm the first person to ever be on this podcast, and I was honored the first time I was ever on here. The microphones were not working, which I was not proud about, and I told PJ too this doesn't sound good. But yeah, I also wanted to call it the puddcast, which obviously would not have made a lot of sense, but that's okay. And here we are. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You get some drywall on your hand there, eh? A little bit of compound?
That's paint, actually.
That's paint, not compound? How'd you get that much paint in your hand, not compound?
It was a spray gun. Again, like, you know me, I'm such a handy man.
You are a handy man.
So they let me spray paint because, so like the first couple days we were there, we were just taking down ceiling tile, vacuuming, a lot of cleaning. But you know me, like I work hard in anything I do.
And you play hard. It's true.
And they took notice, which is really weird.
Were you wearing that tank top?
No.
So you weren't flexing the whole time?
No.
That's amazing they noticed you.
Thanks. So, and you know, a lot of people call in sick. They just like, because it's a temp position, some people show up 2 days and then they're not there for 2 days and they just show up when they want to.
Yep.
Some people work really hard and some people like to talk. And me, I don't know, like my whole life, I've always worked hard. Didn't matter what I did.
It's true.
In the kitchen, radio. Problem with radio is a lot of people didn't see how hard I was working hard or didn't give a shit about how hard I was working hard.
Yep.
So now these guys that I'm working with, they actually are noticing me doing stuff, taking initiative and doing stuff without them having to ask.
With the job that you're doing, though, when somebody who just starts actually works their ass off, that is noticeable. I worked construction for years, and they notice that stuff.
Like they had to fire a guy because he just wasn't doing stuff. Well,
was it you?
No. They tried to get rid of him a few times, and then he kept coming back because I think he needed money bad, and like gave like a sob story to the hiring agency, and then he made some inappropriate jokes. He made a lot of them, but he made some to
like racism.
No, I don't know. I don't think it was racist jokes. Those were probably there. He made a lot of jokes he probably shouldn't have. A young kid just was missing a screw.
I know the type.
And, you know, he meant well. He was just trying to make us laugh and stuff like that. But, yeah, he came off a little uncomfortable a few times to one girl, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this guy, he might be listening. He told me he was going to check out the podcast, but he's been fired for about 2 weeks now.
Is he... You know what, actually? Is he a notorious liar? Because I guarantee he will not listen to this.
No. That's the one thing. I don't think he's a liar.
I think he is.
Because
I've worked with those types before.
No, I've worked with those, right? Or the guy that always has to one-up everything.
By the way, if you're listening right now, I'm judging you.
He's a good kid. Good kid. Means well, just young. Just needs, you know, life experience to kick him in the butt.
Okay.
But, yeah, so 19 years old, virgin. Because he told me.
He's that type.
Yeah.
All right.
And but like, yeah, he kept making jokes, and he make a lot of sexual jokes, and then like
he's got autism.
Because
there's no filter with people with autism.
Maybe that's it.
Nothing wrong with it. Just saying.
I was kind of mean to him the first day or two because also like I don't really need to be nice. Like I'm not trying to be nice to anybody. I'm just trying to do my job, and some people are kind of getting in the way. And then I realized everyone was kind of being mean to him, so I tried to help him out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it was too late.
I take it back. Then if that's the case, then I take it back. You're probably a nice kid.
I'm a nice kid. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for him, because I was just mean to him. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I was mean. Hey, I apologize.
He would talk to me about stuff about like women-esque. And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're a full-blown virgin." It's like, you know, in 40-year-old.
Please say at one point he said, like, you know, when a boob feels like a bag of sand.
No, but it was like that.
Okay.
I don't want to get into too many details because it's just weird.
Bag of sand.
Yeah, but it was like that. But anyways, it's a fun job. So I'm working hard.
Yes, I'm glad to hear that, buddy.
And,
I see you're taking the bus now too. After one day of me telling you should.
Yeah, that's why I took the bus.
Yeah, that's exactly why you took the bus.
Well,
I told you to take the bus. You said I haven't taken the bus in years. I'm like, you should. You work downtown.
I've never taken the bus in Ottawa. But yeah, so I started.
And
it's nice.
It's the bus. You listen to a podcast, the PJ and Pals podcast, or the Wake Up Call with Wendy Boomer and Matt Dips podcast. You know, whatever.
I started, actually, one of the guys I work with listens to you in the morning.
That's terrible.
And he's like, I had to Google Boomer. I had to see what she looked like. I was like, oh, you want to see she had big cans, eh?
Did he say yes?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think they call her Boomer?
I mean, Wendy. Yeah, that's the thing with I love me Wendy Boomer.
Yeah.
She is not shy about them.
Oh, and I told him that, and he like kind of felt like off because I was like, I worked with her for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she was at my wedding. I was like, dude, like she's been getting that for the last 10 years, if not more.
15.
Like, yeah.
I have shown her messages I've gotten from people I used to work with.
Yeah.
And I have felt awkward.
Yeah.
And she just goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
She does not care.
I used to work reception sometimes at K-Rock. I just to cover lunch breaks and stuff like that. Or like if someone was sick or whatever. And people will call. And like, Kingston's an interesting town.
Oh, I've heard about it.
Those K-Rock listeners, too, are pretty interesting. We were right out front of a methadone clinic too, so a lot of them would come in. But
I heard your one with Sideshow, by the way.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I hope you do listen to the one with Sam because it's actually one of my favorites.
I will listen to it. I mean, obviously, Sam's also one of my really good friends.
I was worried, and I say it right at the beginning. I'm gonna get back on topic, but people will call the station and be like, "Yeah, is Boobies there?" I'm like,
She still gets that, man.
I'm like, it's Boomer, and no, you can't speak to Boomer.
We were at an event. We were at a fair, and this old man walks up, and Wendy is the sponsor, like the head reader of. At first, it was Casper Pillows.
Yeah.
Now it's like mattresses and jewelry. Anyway, so it's like, hi, it's Wendy Boomer, and I sponsor all this stuff. So the first one she ever had here in Ottawa for Country 101 was pillows, Casper Pillows.
Yeah.
This guy walks up to her and says, "Hey, Wendy, I see you brought your pillows." And Wendy, without skipping a beat, goes, "Yeah, did you buy one yet?" Because you figure they'd be like, but Wendy, not at all like that.
Yeah, they expect them just to be like
shy or coy, or even just be like, "Oh, you're disgusting," or something like that. Where Wendy's like, "Oh yeah, you saw my pillows? Did you buy one?"
Yeah.
So she's awesome.
Yeah, she is awesome.
Back to your Sam thing.
Yeah, I was
She's here right now, by the way.
very happy with. She's upstairs working.
Freaking yelling.
It's a podcast.
What does that mean?
Hey, I'm allowed dreams too, man.
Yeah, but I'm screaming. Are you?
I scream all the time. Don't you worry.
Yes.
Yeah. So she asked to fill in, do an episode, and I just never thought she'd want it to. And I was like, but you've never listened to an episode. And so I was like, okay, like, here, well, like, what, you never know what you're going to talk about with your wife on a podcast. But we talked about, like, our fears about growing old. Not us growing old, like, what my fear is of her growing old and what her fear of me growing old is.
No, that makes sense. Actually, that's a good conversation.
Yeah.
That is a good conversation to
So,
have.
because it came up in the sideshow conversation about, being that old ex-radio broadcaster coming up to people like, I used to be in radio.
I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, okay.
Which, by the way,
move along.
You haven't been in radio now for 3 years?
No, it's been a year.
Oh.
No, I haven't worked in Bell in 3 years.
Okay, well, still talking about it, though. You're like, I have a fear of talking about it. You always talk about it.
Yeah, I know. No, it's been a year that I've been out of radio.
Yeah, that was promotion.
April last year. Yeah, but I was producing, and I was on Boom 99.7.
Go on.
I hate you. It is a fear, and I do bring it up a lot. I feel like once I hit 30, I can't anymore, like, because it's like
then you have a few more months.
I know it's real close.
It's right there.
So, and she was like, "Oh, that's a fear of mine too, is that you'll grow up and tell people you used to be on the radio."
There's something wrong with talking about that. My dad talks about being a bouncer still. It was when he was 19 years old. My dad's 60.
You also see it a lot in, like, MMA gyms too, like the old guy, like, I used to do karate, or like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
There's nothing wrong with talking about the past as long as it's not a bitter way.
Yeah.
Like in my case, my past is like construction, same thing. Construction, bouncer, failed CFL superstar. I got drafted, everybody. Look, your dog did what my dog did. Only your dog didn't shift the entire bed.
Yeah. Or break the computer.
Or break the computer or anything like that. Leo, you're so freaking cute. I want to punch you.
He's cute.
Look, just looks at you. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, we're best friends. Next to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we talked about that, and then, but also we were coming, like, so this is what happened. We were, like, walking from the car into the house, and there was this, a group, I don't know what you call, like, a group of teenagers.
You call them a group of teenagers.
I'm sure there's a cool name, like, like a group of fish.
A fleek?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. A fortnight full of kids coming towards us.
Yep,
and
that's the cool word for it.
There's about 14 or so of them, a couple girls. And I don't know, Sam got a little, like, uncomfortable, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure I could take all of them.
Yeah, probably.
They were pretty skinny. She didn't think so. So then this became an argument about, like, how many teenagers could I beat up?
Yeah.
She doesn't think very many. And then it became a discussion about how many 8-year-olds could I beat up. All
of them.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Do you think, like, an army of 100, though?
100.
Because they would jump on your back, and, like, then you'd have to hulk out, and, like, someone go flying.
Here's the advantage that... So your case would be stamina and strategy.
Yeah.
Mine would be hulking.
Okay.
Mine would be grabbing one by the leg and just flinging them around to hit all of them.
Yeah.
Yours would be like 800 roundhouse kicks to the head.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So but they're not going to be trained professional kids.
No, they're kids.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying I'm taking on 14, kids that do that have some
sort of
martial
training.
arts.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just throwing down with some punks.
You all of them you could
Thank
get.
you.
Yeah, all of them
She doesn't
you could.
believe me. Like, the woman knows how much I work out, like, and train, and she doesn't think I could take a bunch of kids.
I get the climbing factor because once one has you, it's like, oh, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden all of them have you. See that
This
that
is the
part?
thing.
Don't let that happen. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you got to take out a few real quick. Like,
Yeah.
you got to hurt the first couple, right?
Make sure, and then make sure they all know.
Like, as soon as you know you're going to throw down, you got to double leg one, pick them up in the sky, and put all your weight down onto them.
you know,
And just send his parents a sorry letter. Like,
is it Matrix Reloaded, the second one, where he takes on all the agents? Neo takes on all the agents.
yeah, the really bad CGI. Yeah.
Horrible CGI, but
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like at one point you'll pull like basically pull from the ground. And
I'm just thinking about grabbing a kid by the ankles.
That's what I would do.
Like,
See, the thing is though, again, I don't know if I could do that because I'm a big guy. I'm like 100 pounds heavier. But your strategy though, again, is 100 leg kicks to the head, and kids can't take that pain. I've seen a kid stub his toe and they're done.
Yeah.
You kick those kids in the head, you got it.
Yeah, okay.
So this is how the podcast started. I like it.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Just that stuff.
Okay.
About me beating up children, and then...
Pretend I'm Sam,
yeah.
and let's have that conversation. Honey, I'm scared you're going to keep on talking about radio for the rest of your life.
I don't role play well. I just got so worried.
Honey.
Ugh. My old job used to make me role play to do sales and stuff like that. And make me so
that.
uncomfortable.
I hate that.
Nothing's more uncomfortable than role
Because
playing.
it's easy when you can sell, but when you don't wanna and you know it's stupid,
Yep.
you don't do it.
And that's why I was out of a job for 3 months.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Find your passion, find your love.
I actually, so you'd think teaching kickboxing would be more my calling and getting paid than slinging drywall, but I enjoy doing the drywall more than the teaching kickboxing.
I'll tell you something funny. I have a friend of mine actually who said, why doesn't PJ become a personal trainer? And I said, because he doesn't want to.
Well, I know who you're talking about. She says it to me all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I constantly tell her he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I don't. I would like to open up a gym. Like, I talk about that.
See, that's the thing, though, is because I would like to open up a gym. How the hell do you start?
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do it. Like, me and Grant have talked about it, and, I think N1, maybe in a few years, I'll start to take over more there. Like, I teach classes now. But
Are you doing that now?
yeah, I was teaching during the day. I was always teaching once a week. Now I'm teaching a little bit more at nighttime, and people really enjoy my classes. I'm going to teach a cartwheel kick next Monday. Because you know what? I always go in and I show things that other coaches don't show because I have a very unique style compared to other coaches.
Yeah.
I don't think you know that because you only trained Muay Thai for 6 months.
Lie. That was a year and a half.
Okay. So I always teach stuff that's a little different than some
differently is
coaches.
the word.
Not saying what they teach is bad and what I teach is good. 100% not. It's just a different style.
Yeah.
It's a different way to move your feet, different angle. It's just maybe something that some people might like, some people might never use. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's 1 hour of your life. I'm going to teach you it. You're either going to like it or you're not, right? Didn't Bruce Lee say something about that? Like,
he said, be like water. I know that much.
yeah, I thought he said something about like taking in all the information and just use what works.
He also says something about entering dragons.
Yeah.
Because in the movie Enter the Dragon.
Don't enter a dragon without permission.
It's true. That was one of my dad's favorite movies.
But then I've never seen a Bruce Lee movie.
Not even Enter the Dragon?
No.
Wow.
But yeah, so I was going to teach a cartwheel kick that I learned from Anthony Pettis.
Okay.
And you know who Anthony Pettis is?
I do,
right?
actually.
Yeah.
You know why I mainly know that? Is because you did this. When you said his name, you went, you know who Anthony Pettis is? You did this.
Yeah, so I did seminar with him, sparred him and stuff like that, and he showed it, and I was like, nobody's ever showed a cartwheel kick at N1. And
Can you explain to me what a cartwheel kick is by sitting here?
Yeah, you do a cartwheel and kick someone in the head.
Okay.
But you time it off of a liver shot. So you liver shot, your hand's nice close to the ground, then you put the palm on the ground and just cartwheel and kick.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You can come to the class Monday if you want.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not teaching it for people to, want to use it. Just I'll teach it at the end of class for 10 minutes just for something fun.
That is fun. I like that.
But
good for you. Wait, hey, you know what it sounds like right now? It sounds like PJ's getting life in order right now.
I'm trying.
That's what it sounds like. That's which I like because you're my friend.
I'm a friend?
Yeah.
And maybe going back to school in September, so that's exciting.
That's good.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're doing.
I got to take a math test. And
okay, let's do some math right now. Ready?
Well, no, I have to see it on paper.
Shush. We're going to do some basic math.
Yeah.
Ready? It's 2 times 2.
7?
I think you're ready for whatever you're getting into. I think you got it, buddy.
So I bought. So it's like.
Let me guess, a video game of some sort.
No, I haven't bought a video game in a few days. Oh, that's not
days.
Okay, that's beside. Okay, I technically didn't buy it, but I pay for a video game membership, and I downloaded games this morning. Does that count?
Is it the PlayStation one?
No.
Which one? Which membership?
It's a Xbox Game Pass. It's called. PlayStation doesn't have it because PlayStation sucks.
PlayStation has one.
Not Game Pass.
There's something that I downloaded that I got Ratchet and Clank for $1.
Yeah, that's called a sale.
It wasn't a sale. It was like a membership I had to join.
So probably PlayStation Gold or something like that. Xbox.
Don't act like you know what you're talking about.
I do. I have a PlayStation.
Okay. Where's my keys? I have an N1 Muay Thai thing on my keychain. Doesn't mean I know jack all about Muay Thai.
I had a yoga one on, and I was like, I haven't done yoga in 2 years, so I took that part of my keychain off.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so Game Pass is like Netflix, so you pay $10 a month, and then there's just 1,000 games on there. You just download new games, like games that came out in January. Or
how much is it?
It's only on Xbox.
I know. How much is it?
$10 a month.
It's amazing.
I know.
It's incredible.
So 2 games got added. One of them came out last March. Like, it's a huge game that came out last March. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to download and play it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that means you bought a video game.
You can borrow God of War if you want.
Is it here?
Yeah, it's right there.
On top? Yeah, I'm going to borrow that.
Okay. Because my friend still didn't give me back Spider-Man.
I hear the kid's annoying, though. It's the only issue with this game.
No, it's more the kid is annoying,
looks like a
but
punk.
it's good. It's good. It's a good game.
He looks like the kind of kid that if there were a bunch of them, I could grab one of them by the leg
Yeah.
and beat them all up.
It is.
And then when their dad came, I beat him up too.
No, you don't beat up Kratos.
I could beat up Kratos. I for sure could beat up Kratos.
Have you ever played God of War?
No.
They're fantastic. So this is the first one.
I know what the story is.
They rebooted it.
Because Anthony, my older brother, played it and I watched.
This one?
Not this one. He did play this one, but I watched God of War growing up.
When he was like Greek mythology. And all
Yeah,
that.
the bald head
So
with
this
no
is kind of
beard.
like a reboot series where they're doing Norse mythology.
Okay.
So it's very interesting.
What's the difference?
Norse is Thor, Loki, Odin. Greek
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Greek
So like
is-
demigods.
Yeah. Greek is like, so
Gods.
think of Vikings.
Yeah.
Think of Vikings.
Yeah, I know the difference.
Yeah.
Well, now I know the difference.
And then there's Egyptians. Did you know that?
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, there's Egyptian gods.
Why is he killing gods?
Because he's the god of war.
So I'm like, he wakes up one day.
No, he
like,
just-
I gotta kill. Zeus.
Okay, well, this one, he actually doesn't want to fight anybody. I don't want to spoil it, but people come to him to fight, and he's like, I gotta kick your ass. It's kind of like,
like Rocky Balboa, the way you said that.
yeah.
I guess I gotta win this fight too.
He just says, boy, a lot. Boy.
That's annoying.
It's good game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It won Game of the Year from everything.
They're knocking. Are you being told to be quiet?
No.
I don't know. Gotta tell you a story about my dog for a second. Besides the one about the other thing. So yes, I got home from 2 hours of grocery. I tried to get all my grocery shopping done yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, because of today's gonna be insane because everything's closed tomorrow. That's why I had to go before this to go grocery shopping. That aside, I was super frustrated because I was at the grocery store asking these freaking kids where everything was, and I have never been met with more in my life.
They don't know anything yet.
Which I get. I have worked in stores before as a young man who didn't know anything.
Yeah.
But for all of them not to know something was frustrating. So, anyway, that was all done after about an hour and a half. I go home. I leave the dog out now, Daryl's out. He's not in the crate right now. He's great. Doesn't do anything. He just sleeps. I live outside in the backyard. I go inside, put a few things away, go back to the backyard to let him back inside. I'm looking into the field, and I see like 30 kids. And no lie, a lineup of 30 kids in the field behind my house, all playing with this dog. I'm like, that's cute. They're all training that dog. That's Daryl. Daryl got into the field because there was an entrance.
You have a
point.
tall fence too.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
There's a point. There's shrub beside the fence on the left hand side, and there was an entrance point when I first moved there, which he found. So I put chicken wire there. Well, I put the chicken wire there when there was snow. All the snow's melted now. So there's about probably like just under a foot of space underneath the chicken wire.
Oh, yeah.
Which just went right underneath.
And dogs can like flatten their body completely to get to
He's Houdini. If I put a quarter size hole, he'll find a way through it.
Yeah.
So he's running the field, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Daryl! I scream, like, go! And I open up the back gate, and he's running towards me. And all the family members and all the kids are all cheering and laughing. And they're like, bye, Daryl! Bye, Daryl! And all I thought to myself was, if my dad, growing up, saw a dog in a field that looked like Daryl, which looks like a coyote, my dad would roundhouse kick thing to the head. Anyway, so he came back, and I put more chicken wire there last night. So I got all these scratches now. Yeah, because I put chicken wire at like 8:30 at night.
Yeah. I actually got split open from chicken wire yesterday.
Yeah, it sucks, eh?
Does it? It hurts. Cuts really easy. Cuts your skin really easy. It doesn't give a shit about you.
No, cuts like a knife. You know, the first cut is the deepest. I think Sarah McLachlan said that or something.
I actually
don't do that into the mic.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Know what? I apologize. That's all the drywall and all that stuff in the the ceiling
you
tile.
got that going with you now.
Yeah,
I hate
gets
that.
up on my nose and stuff. So I do apologize.
That's okay. You're like David Greco from 10 Minute Podcast.
I haven't listened to since Will Sasso left.
Will Sasso's never left. It's
well, I meant
the
Brian
podcast
Callen.
is done now, but yes.
Yeah, when Brian Callen left. Anyways, so I complained at Loblaws a couple weeks ago.
About the drywall.
No.
Oh.
So okay,
about Brian Callen.
I might have been. Okay, so you ever like just are pissed off?
No, most days.
And sometimes you could just let it slide, but other times you just can't let it slide. You gotta say something, and that person says something back, and you just blow up.
Yeah.
So I'm at Loblaws.
I'm so excited because you don't do this.
At 5:00 in the afternoon. It's busy. And
in the Byward?
Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah.
By my house in Bell's Corner.
Yeah. About the Zellers.
Yeah. And it's busy. And it's 5:00. I just worked all day. My feet hurt. I'm in boots. I want to go home.
Yep.
There is one cashier open with a lineup of people. And then and I only had maybe 10 things. Then there's self-checkout, which has a lineup of people.
Uh-huh.
And then there's 2 cashiers open or there, but they're just counting their shit. They don't give a shit that you're there.
Yep.
There's a lineup of people. And there's one girl watching the self-checkout. Giant line. So I'm in it for about 5 minutes. Some lady comes behind us with a cart. This lady looked super nice. Okay? Nothing wrong with her. With a cart of at least $400 worth of groceries.
Okay.
And the girl that's running the self-checkout, so pretty much just like anytime you screw up, she fixes.
Yeah. Literally just like a couple numbers.
She goes, so she must have been in charge of something. She goes and tells a cashier that's just counting their shit to open up their till. And like here I am like waiting for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like in this line. And then this person just cuts the whole line as soon as she gets there. And I went to her and I was like, and I think I even said like something like, I know that you're short-staffed or whatever, but like, don't let people that are showing up late cut lines.
Yeah.
And she did it like, and then the other cashier.
Was she young?
Like early 20s.
Okay, so she runs the world.
The other cashier that wasn't doing anything opened up her cash and grabbed someone from the back of self-checkout who just got in line as well. So then the 2 cashiers that hadn't been open for 5 minutes open and get people that are just showing up. So I say something. Sorry to interrupt you.
You know what that woman should have done with $400 worth of things? Hey, do you want to go? You want to go into that line there? Whenever a line opens, if I'm after the person, I always say, do you want to go over there?
The girl in self-checkout should. The girl with the $400 worth of groceries, the girl running self-checkout told the cashier to go take her.
That's okay.
Yeah. And so I say something and I'm trying to be nice, but I'm also pissed off.
You're pissed.
And she just blows up. She's like, well, I'm short-staffed, like going off. And I was like, calm down. Like, she's like, would you say
calm down?
Yeah. She's like, would you like to speak to a manager? And I was like, yeah, go get a manager. I was like, I get that you're short-staffed. That's not the problem here. It's that people are showing up and you're telling cashiers to open up their line to take them when I've been here for 5 minutes.
And you pulled the calm down.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And she's freaking out. And then there's another girl. So I finally start to get ringing. So I get up, start ringing in my stuff.
Self-checkout or other?
Self-checkout.
Okay.
As I'm ringing up the stuff, the girl with $400 worth of groceries is walking out of the store. Right? The girl is freaking out behind me. And so like one of her coworkers comes up who like was in civilian clothes, I'll just say, because not Loblaws clothes.
Yeah,
Just
not a
normal
uniform.
clothes.
Just
So she must have been going home. I kind of assumed that was the manager, actually. So she's talking. I can hear the girl freaking out. And I was just like...
Sorry, so when you say freaking out, what do you mean?
She's just like behind me.
Because I figured like, whatever, here freaking
pretty
out.
much.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, you need to calm down. Like, you need to chill. Like, are you having a bad day? Like, all I said was that you shouldn't let people from behind the end of line cut. Like, it's just fair. She literally stormed off. Like, and I just rang my stuff, and I was like, and the manager waited around for the manager. He didn't show up, so I left and I called. And I never do this. I'm on my way home, and she picks up, this girl. And I knew because it was, her name was Sam, and I remembered that.
Because, wife.
And I was like, can I speak to your manager? I think she knew. And I brought it up to the manager, and like, again, I'm mad, right? And I just like told the manager, like, look, I don't want to ring in my own shit. Like, I maybe I'm crazy, but I just worked all day, and I know I've only been working for 3 weeks, but they don't know.
No, they don't know that.
And I'm paying groceries, and I'm at Loblaws. It's not cheap. I want you to ring it in, put it in a bag, and I want to leave. If there's 4 cashiers open and there's a giant line, whatever. I'll get it in the back. I don't care. It's the fact that people were cutting out, so we're making me mad.
Yep.
That guy, such a professional. I know exactly why he's manager. He calmed me down, and it's just like the point where like...
Sir, I completely understand. I apologize for that.
I get it. Like, when I'm done here, do you think I want to go through self-checkout?
Yep.
No, I get people to ring in my stuff. But I felt bad complaining, but at the same time, I was like, she was a little bitch.
And you know what's going to happen to her? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And that's the thing.
You know what? The managers made me feel better.
Yes, managers are basically there to basically say, all right, it's all good. Like, if you were there, you might have gotten a free donut.
I didn't want anything free.
And that's the thing. And they listen to your problems and all that.
But yeah, so I just, like, you needed a vent. And you need someone, it's like almost like I've been talking to people about actually going to therapy. Not me, but because I can't afford it. No,
nobody can afford it.
My
therapy is this.
No, yeah.
PJ and Pals.
No, like saying like the older and older I get, like when you think of therapy when you're a kid, you think that it's like a bad thing, right? There's something wrong with you. You have to go to therapy. But now as older I get, I was like, I need a therapist because they'll tell me, you can just bitch to someone.
Isn't it funny? Now, it's funny how, onto that point there, the whole therapy thing when we were kids thinking you were insane. I read something the other day that said, talking about sex talking to your kids about marijuana doesn't mean they're going to start smoking pot. Talking about your kids about llamas doesn't mean they're going to turn into a llama. Talking about your kids about therapy doesn't mean they're psycho. Well, our generation, our parents don't want to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
About how beneficial it is to actually get some help.
Yeah.
That's why our kids are going to grow up and be like, oh, it's okay to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Just because you're seeing a therapist doesn't mean you're a psychopath.
I remember I had to go to therapy when I was young with my brother because of our stepmom. I don't think we went a very long time. But
because you were trying to figure it out, or?
No, I think it was my dad's idea. Like, in all fairness, it was probably my fault.
Catching a lot of things you're saying right now, man. My back's hurting because all the things I'm picking up that you're putting down.
I wasn't a great child. I was.
But neither was I.
Yeah, I was a teenager and definitely rebelled. And when you have a stepmom and you have a mom that's completely different than your stepmom, your stepmom, gets a 7-year-old all of a sudden and has to try and be a mom. So she does everything by the book. Yeah. And then your lunatic mother doesn't and lets you get away with things and, does things differently.
Where was your mom, though, at this point?
She was still in Mississauga at the time, I think. Or I would have been, maybe I would have been around 13 because that's when I moved to Kingston. I was 11 when I moved to Kingston, so I would have been around there. When Brandon moved in shortly after. So I think when I met Anne, she was 7. I was 7.
My mom's name Anne. She's from Mississauga.
Yeah.
So my mom is your mom.
No, Anne's from Kingston.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. If your mom's name was Leah from Mississauga, then we'd have a problem.
Is that your mom's name?
Do you ever think we're like somewhat related?
Never.
Damn it.
Never.
Okay.
We're born in the exact same area, and I guarantee at one point you crossed our paths because we're both from Mississauga.
But we're both Italian.
Yeah, half.
Yeah.
My dad and my mom is like a mutt.
But like, what if your dad and my grandfather had a cousin that was like Italians are big families. Could you imagine?
Have you met Italian people?
I was at your wedding, and I was like, I hope I run into a relative.
I wish you did, but to be honest with you, no, I never think that.
Oh, okay.
There was never a point in my life that I thought to myself, I wonder if PJ's my cousin.
like seventh cousin twice.
Let's say we are.
Okay.
Let's say we're related in some way.
You're from Mississauga. I'm from Mississauga. We're
both Italian.
You like food, right?
That's like when you go to America. Oh, I know a guy from Canada. He works in an office named Steve. Like, oh yeah, Office Steve from Canada. I know him. Like, no, I've never thought that. I've always known there's a void in my heart that you filled, but never cousin wise.
I actually did that one time. I was in Toronto for a concert, and I was with a buddy, and we ran into this. We're talking to some guy in line. And he's like, oh, I'm from Scarborough. And I was like, oh, do you know this person? And before the guy can answer, my buddy's like, no, he doesn't fucking know the person. Like, it's such a big city. The guy did. He buys drugs off of the girl's older brother.
I got a good one for you, too.
From Scarborough.
I was getting, not these glasses, my first pair of glasses before I broke them. Yeah. And I said to the lady, because she was asking, because I was there, whenever you're anywhere at noon doing something, like, oh, you off work or you're on your lunch break or something like that. So I always have to say, no, I work early in the mornings. What do you do in radio?
Yeah.
So I was talking to the lady and she said, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I work at a radio station. And she said, oh, I know somebody who works at a radio station or whatever it was. I knew somebody who went to school for radio. Maybe you know them. And I was like, okay, here we go. And she said the name. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly who that person is. But it wasn't anybody who was even from around. She's like, yeah, I knew somebody who went to school for radio, but they moved it to like Saskatchewan. So I'm like, okay, one in a million people.
Yeah.
And she said the name. I'm like,
crap,
I know exactly who that is. Yes.
You get that in martial arts a lot too. Like, oh, you do jiu-jitsu? Do you know this person? Like, no.
Yeah.
But it happened one time. I went to this tattoo shop just to see a guy. Like, I was in the area and I knew one of the artists there, so I just stopped to say hi. Never would get a tattoo there.
Gracie. Yeah.
No, just once you like get a really, really good artist, it's tough to go back to a guy who could do barbed wire really good, you know?
I know. Hey, cool tattoo, bro.
And the girl working the front desk, the guy, the tattoo guy says like, oh, he's an MMA fighter, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck, like, I don't want to have this conversation. And she's like, oh, my dad does jiu-jitsu and he's really good. And I was like,
oh yeah.
Cool. And she's like, yeah, and he did like judo. I was like, uh-huh. And she's like, yeah, his name's this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, fuck. I've trained with that guy for 10 years back in Belleville, and now he's in Ottawa.
Yep.
Like, yeah, he's one of the best coaches in Canada. Like, legit is.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah, she's covered in tattoos. Like, he's an army guy, like, clean cut. Like,
she rebelled.
Legit in the army.
Yeah.
Like, he teaches people how to kill people in the army with his jiu-jitsu.
I wish you said he teaches people how to army.
Army. Okay, cool.
You ever think about? You ever get upset, by the way, in the angles that we are for this camera that people can't see your tattoo?
No, I've never thought of that.
Yeah, that's all I think about. Like, I go to sleep at night. That's the last thing I think about.
You can kind of see it.
It's nice. You can see mine.
So
that is pastiche. It's nice.
Yeah, I love that story about yours. But when I was working, like, people can obviously see the tattoo, right? Because it's my arm. One guy's like, "Oh, sweet, you got a Ninja Turtle tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." He's from Chatham. Do you know Chatham?
Yes, it's outside of London.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know it.
But you didn't know Chatham? Oh, yeah.
But I'm not from London.
There's a radio station that's there, though.
Yeah. Chatham's an interesting set of characters, right?
Chatham is... The prime example of Chatham is this. Oh, yeah, Bob, we're out there with the 2x4, man. I tell you... buddy, I tell you right now there, bud.
Yeah, so he shows me his Ninja Turtle tattoo, which...
Does it look like this?
Yeah, so close.
But not on purpose.
If you took this to a child to recreate,
yeah, that's okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to see if this guy was good, so he could do my whole Ninja Turtle leg sleeve." I was like, "So you just got one turtle?" Okay, it was.
You do that though.
I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
Yeah.
And then
did you see it though, or what?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was on his leg. Wasn't great. And then another guy was showing off his tattoos. I was like, did you get those in prison? Like, the lines didn't even meet. And
you know, I never, this is no lie. I never show off my tattoo. When I first got my tattoo, I had it so it was just below the sleeve.
So you can
kind of see it, right? Because it's a conversation piece at that point, right? But the issue that I had, and I still do, is when, actually not so much anymore. People don't really ask anymore because I look mean all the time.
It's the beard.
I look angry all the time. Yeah. Is people would come up to me and be like, "Oh, what's that?" and then roll up my sleeve.
That's annoying.
I hate that so
People
much.
touching you is not a good thing.
Well, I don't like when they were like, "Oh, what's this?" and they would roll it up themselves. I'm like, don't touch that because A, you're now stretching my sleeve, which I don't want you to do, and just don't touch me. The only time I get that now is and they don't touch me is actually Quebec. Whenever I'm in Quebec, they always ask about my tattoo, but they say it in French, and I just say sorry, and then they ask it in English.
Je suis PJ.
Yeah, well, just we. So they get whatever it is in French, and then I say, "Oh, pardon," and they know I don't speak French, and they just go like this: "Your tattoo, what is it of?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Pasticci. It's a town in Italy," and they're like, "Oh," and they love it, right? Because it's not anywhere. It's not Ontario because it's not Ontario, so they love it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So it's anywhere outside of Quebec, so they love it. Anyway, so yeah, I can't stand and they start to roll it up. I'm like, bugger off, man. Yeah. Don't touch it.
I remember when I first started getting it done, I ran into a kid that I went to elementary school and high school with. And, not a nice kid, just a fucking weirdo.
Now, was he weird or was he a dick? Or?
He thought he was cool, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was kind of like that in high school. So.
He was one of those guys that was completely a Caucasian, not a mix of anything. Eyes never open. You know what I mean? Always like this.
Was he Brock from Pokemon?
Maybe. I think Brock's Asian.
Huh? I think they're all Asian.
No, like the guy from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So
I
forget this guy's name, but I'm gonna bring it up because I'm seeing some buddies this weekend from elementary school, and they'll all know him, and they'll all be like, "That guy's a fucker." But
have them all on this podcast on one microphone.
Oh, I want to. So I just got the bottom part done, and I was like, even wearing a bandage, and he just comes up and grabs my forearm and pulls me to see it. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like,
yeah,
don't do that. Like, don't grab people, and
don't touch me.
Yeah.
Just grow a beard.
Yeah, okay. I had one hair that I missed. I just shaved it actually just now, but it had been poking my nose and it was bugging me all day. And I was like, what if I had more hair there, like a mustache?
Who was I around yesterday? I saw it. I can't remember who it was, and I wish I knew at this point. They just missed the top of, just under their nose, and there were 6 hairs.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop staring at it. And it bothered me so much.
You just wanted to shave it for them.
Just because I'm like, dude, you just missed this part right here, which I can't knock on because I miss hairs all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm covered in hair. Fun fact, did you know that we have as many hair follicles as apes?
I did not know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, they're blonde.
Yeah.
Not in my case. They're all dark.
I had to, I sometimes clean up my unibrow.
You shave it?
No.
Or can you pluck it, right?
No, just a little shave.
Then... Do you shave it? No. Do you pluck it? No, I shave it. Oh, okay.
Oh, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but that means you shave it.
Okay, yeah, with the razor.
Don't do that.
So one time before Crazy Horse, I was broadcasting there, back when I worked
But when you radio, were you in radio? I didn't know that. Okay, yeah.
And I totally fucked up. And I got a good chunk of my eyebrow.
I think you told me this, and I'm pretty sure you showed me this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Yeah.
I remember I sent it to Marianne, and I was like, nobody's really said anything yet, but I know everyone knows. I took a picture, and she was like, yeah, that's pretty fucking noticeable.
That's good. All of that, not to do with Marianne. It just reminded me of something to do with Crazy Horse. I'm going to tell you a story. I actually cannot tell you on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
I actually cannot.
Okay,
so
tell me.
You know what? No.
Sorry.
But I got a great story for you.
Joe really does that all the time. I'm like, I'll talk about this after. It's like, no, I want to know. I actually saw Marianne the other day.
How's she doing? So does Shayna, my wife. She saw her.
So she was running late. We were supposed to meet for coffee, and so she was running late. So we literally had 12 minutes to talk.
Must have missed the invite.
Because we were gonna get coffee on my lunch break, and
Must have missed the invite.
Yeah. I only have a 45-minute lunch break, and you're working. It's at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Don't work at 11.
Oh, you're done at 11? Okay, well then.
How long do you think my show is?
No, I know, but you always got meetings and stuff after.
Yeah, I'm not going downtown. Go on.
Okay, well, if you want to come to the Byward and get lunch with me and Matt Conasvita, we're gonna do that one time.
Really? Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, I'll do it for Marianne too, just to clarify.
Anyways, she's amazing.
She's the best.
Like, she just like always asks about you, and you're like, no, I suck.
And she's excited about you.
I suck.
Yeah.
You're cool. I want to know about you, like your life, like. But
I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, but how are you? Pardon?
But no, talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like she asked about the podcast and all that. I really wish I could have like asked her more questions. Just, so Sam brought this up to me, and I didn't realize and I felt bad about it. But we're walking in the mall, and you know the Reno Mall. You've been there a few times. Some individuals that probably aren't shopping.
Yeah. I know the type.
They're homeless.
I'm so glad you got to the points.
And they might have tried crack once or twice.
Some people, if you know what I'm saying, yeah, I know what you're saying. They're homeless. Yeah, I know what you're saying. They do crack. I know what you're saying.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know. So me and Marianne are walking.
Doing crack.
Yeah. And she's not wearing a coat because she's like, it was a nice day and she just came over from the station, which is across the street. And as we're walking past, some homeless guy stops and like, I think he was saying like, damn or something. I couldn't really understand without his teeth. And like totally like was like checking her out and like making it obvious and awkward as she was walking by, and then looked at her butt. And I was like, I said to her like, because I was trying to be funny, right? Like, you know me. And
Mr. Funny.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, you know, like obviously, like if someone were to be like, damn, PJ, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
But like a homeless man towards a girl, like, is creepy.
Yeah, it's like construction workers doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the cat call.
Like, so Sam was like, well, you should have said something to that homeless person.
No.
And I was like, no, what I should have. I should have said, been like, hey, that's not right, right?
And then what?
I don't
know.
The
homeless guy who doesn't even know where he is going to say something back?
But I feel bad. Like, what if Marianne was uncomfortable?
Was she? First off, have you met our friend Marianne?
I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say anything.
I guess I have.
Yeah. I wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
No, you were in the right for not saying it. Because, again, what's going to happen?
going to cause a scene?
Not only that, they don't care. There was a time where a homeless guy who was about the size of Leo here wanted to fight me.
Yeah, that's different.
What am I going to do? Fight him back?
Yeah. You punch him in the
I'm going to win.
Yeah.
And then what? Then there's no point. Yeah. And then talk back to a homeless guy and say, you shouldn't catcall. You think they'll be like, you're right. I should clean up my life now and stop doing drugs.
What if that's the cue?
Leo has something to say.
What if that's the key? What if that was the turning point? And then he's the next prime minister.
It's not.
Okay. Speaking of homeless people,
please have nothing to do with homeless people.
Oh, okay.
No, I hope this has nothing to do with homeless people.
So I went to, like Rito Street, how they're closing the McDonald's and stuff.
No, not closing it. Their hours are changing. Yeah, because
they should just close it down.
It's horrible there.
So I went to the Tim Hortons on that street today.
Why do people work there?
I don't know. So I went to the Tim Hortons on that street today. Just some guy standing in front of the door, screaming rap for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I was in line for a while, and because I was like, this is such a slow Tim Hortons, but it's like. Probably because they only have 3 people that are willing to work there.
Yeah, and there's only one downtown.
And the guy's just screaming, and he's like getting in like my coworker's face and saying the N-word. He was also
of
color, so
of black. You could say everything but black person.
Okay, they were both. So I was like, I don't know.
They're both what? Black.
Somalian.
Oh my God, it's black.
Okay, I believe one was Somalian though.
It's still black.
Okay. They're teaching me lots of things.
You're allowed to say black person.
Anyways, yeah, these kids I work with, they're 20, so they teach me a lot about slang. I don't know it all yet.
That's fine with the slang thing.
Yeah, one they said I was being a koala once.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I forgot. And they say big ups.
Oh, I know big ups. Big ups have been around since we've been kids.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your big ups, blah, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, she's from Jamaica. But anyways, yeah, that was uncomfortable. I don't know. I just brought that up because we were talking about homeless people in Rito Center.
Yeah. Did you confront him? Say, hey, my coworker doesn't like this?
No, he was bigger than me.
Oh, the guy rapping?
Yeah.
So?
And he didn't look full-blown homeless. He looked like he had a shower recently. He just looked crazy.
Yeah, I know the type. Yeah. I've seen it before.
And he might have been good. A good rapper. Did I ever tell you about the time I almost discovered, like, the next MG Kelly in Kingston?
No.
Okay, let's end on this story because it's been about an hour and I know you got
Yeah, I gotta get going. My parents are gonna come soon. My mom had an asthma attack last night. She was in the hospital.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So is she still coming though?
Yeah, they left late today though.
Am I coming to Easter dinner Sunday?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
It's up to my wife.
Sam's making dessert for it. So, anyways.
I guess so.
So, back when I worked in radio.
Hey, did you work in radio?
I was driving the KISS vehicle, which is the station KISS in Kingston. And I pull up to the mall in Kingston. And some kid knocks on the door, some 14-year-old.
In Kingston.
Yeah. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, Kingston.
And
Radio
I roll
station.
down the window, and he goes, yo. He probably didn't say yo.
Hold on. Was this a black guy? Because if you're about to
No.
Okay, I was going to say, you're about to do your best black guy impression. I can't wait to hear this.
Full-blown whitey.
I can't wait to hear your full-blown Whitey impression.
But, I wanted to paint a picture. That
Okay.
He was trying to be something he wasn't.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And he was like, hey, if I want to get a song on the radio, he didn't say it as politely as or
as politically correct.
Yeah.
Or as educational.
Yeah. If I want to get a song on the radio, how do I do that? And I was like, well, you can
I hate that question, by the way.
Yeah. I wasn't just I was trying to well, you can't.
I know.
Get signed by a record deal.
And you feel bad though because you can't say sorry kid who has his dreams in getting your song on the radio station can't help you.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's because some I know rock stations, some other smaller stations.
Well, we
might
do it.
Yeah.
Country stations will
this country's huge right now.
Well, that's the thing. But when there's so many country artists, and we can try. There's one in Ottawa who got her song on the radio.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's going to help you, but we did it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But she probably has some connection with.
There was none because I know who she is.
Okay.
So.
I think I know who she is as well.
We'll talk after.
Blank. Anyways. Okay.
Go on. Yeah. So can I get my station?
And I was like, well, you can email the music director and blah, blah, blah. And I was going to give him the email and let her know and she can trash it. Right?
Yeah.
Also, I don't really want to get stabbed outside of the mall.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like, well, I don't really have a computer or anything. He's like, but I got this USB key with my music on it.
Keep talking. And you know what? We're going to go on this same note with a song I'm going to play for you.
Okay. And I was like, okay. So I took his USB key. And his next line is, yeah, so I don't have a phone or anything, but if you need to reach me, I'm here a lot at the mall. Kingston. I was like, okay.
This kid's incredible. Let's go to the mall. He's not here.
So I put it in the glove compartment.
Was it? Sorry, it was a CD?
No, it was an
USB stick. Yeah, okay.
Put it in the glove compartment and go on with my day.
How do you not have an email address or anything, but you have a USB
key?
He's
a 14-year-old kid. I don't know.
You still
with his music on. At least 2 years, a year go by, right? And I'm in my office. I'm like, I need a USB key. I'm like, where do I have a USB? Oh, I remember. Because I always would see it in the glove compartment. I never took it out.
And it was just there?
So I grab it. Yeah, because nobody else drove the vehicle except for me.
Okay.
Maybe one other person. So I come upstairs and I plug it in the computer and take all his songs off to put the stuff I need on it. And I was like, no, I'm going to listen to it just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know a lot about rap. I know little, zero. But I know what's bad.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't bad?
No, it was
okay.
I was like, this is pretty good. And I remember I got one of the guys I was working with. It wasn't Sideshow. It was a younger guy. Oh.
Is he still there?
Yeah. But because he called me into his office to record a spot. And I was like, hey, come listen to this. I was like, what do you think of this? And he's like, sounds like a rapper. And I was like, yeah, it's some kid I saw in the mall. And he just gave me a USB key. He's like, oh, really? He's like, he's not bad.
Well, potential there, right?
So he might be something now. Or dead.
He's at the mall. Let's go to the mall right now and find out, right?
Yeah.
So,
just looking around. Hey, is there a kid here who gave me a USB key 5 years ago?
Yeah, that's me. I want to play this for you, by the way, just speaking of people giving you things. When I was in Red Deer, Alberta.
What?
I know. I lived in Red Deer, Alberta at a country station there. And we got this song, which I'm so glad we get to go out on this.
Okay.
And it was from a man who said, I really want to get my song on the radio. Here you go. So I gave it a listen, and I kept it saved on my phone. So we're going to give that a quick listen.
Sweet.
If as long as it's available. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's available.
It's in the cloud?
No, it just says here, video is not available. That is too bad. All right, everybody. If you YouTube Red Deer Woman, let's see if we can find it. We're going to skip over this part, by the way, for in editing.
We don't have to.
Well, I don't care.
I'm not that good at editing.
What do you mean? It's like literally, hold on. Let's see if I can get it here. Okay, hold on. Red Deer Woman. No, you know what? Unfortunately, it just says here that the song's gone. Sorry, everybody. I wasted all that time. All right, I will say this then. Let's go on this. That song, Old Town Road. You know that rap song? Have you not heard the controversy towards Old Town Road?
Oh, the rap song with
It's Billy Ray Cyrus. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone going off.
Yeah.
Everyone going off saying it's not country music. This is not country music. It's not country music.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, this is not country music. The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, it's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
And I work at a country station,
Yeah.
so I shouldn't like it. I'm like, this is a pretty good song.
But you also like rap, yeah.
I do like rap too.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. But the thing is, it's not even rap. It's a good country song.
But
it's got a catchy beat to it.
It's a rap artist, but it's a little like, it's more pop country than, like if Florida Georgia Line released that, you'd play it.
Yeah. No, you're right. You are right. Oh, do we have it now? Hold on. Maybe we got it.
Just send it to Darius Rucker.
I don't have it here.
Okay.
See, it's racist, man.
It's not racist.
You just said the only black country artist you can think of. What about
JoJo
Kane Brown?
Mason.
Hey, what about Kane Brown?
I don't know.
JoJo Mason. You're right.
Hootie and the Blowfish, right? That guy was black.
It's the same guy.
I know.
We got Hootie. There's Darius Rucker. There's the Blowfish. I have three of them.
All one person.
That's one guy. All right, we done?
Yeah.
All right, I got shit to do.
Okay.
Good to be on the podcast, buddy.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, Fred.